Hello, this is Rick again, your bike fitness coach, and we're going to discuss all about the Wahoo KICKR. Riding in Ruvi, I use Ruvi as my indoor training platform, and there's a number of people, a number of riders that are either on Wahoo KICKRs or want to get a Wahoo KICKR, and we're always discussing the good, the bad, the plus, the minus. It's actually, in general, a very good trainer. Some of the other trainers that are being used out there also, a lot of different Wahoo KICKRs, as well as the Jet Black and the new Zwift trainer. On the other end of the spectrum, we see a lot of these dumb trainers with speed sensors that basically measure the rear wheel. Since there's no power or haptic feedback, some of these training apps are just, they measure the rear wheel speed. So if you're going downhill coasting, you're reporting 500-600 watts, which, they need to kind of fix some of those things. But in general, something with good feedback and resistance like Wahoo makes a very good product, pretty stable. So let's get into it. Probably a little bit more information than you really need to know or want to know, but here we go. The two most asked questions are, which Wahoo KICKR do I have? Because, all are built differently, and some have different features and functions, others don't. So we'll help identify those. And which ones can I change the belt on? That comes up all the time as well. You'll see a number of YouTube videos of people changing the belts on the KICKRs. So we'll go over also Wahoo's official statement. Overview of this presentation, we're going to talk about the different models, the maintenance concerns, the version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 is the current one that came out last year. The differences and any compatibility issues with the trainers. So it should be pretty interesting here. In general, this is a list of all of the Wahoo KICKRs, version 1 through version 6. Version 1 on the right came out in 2014, version 2 in 2016. There's 2017, 18, 20, and 22 on version 6. So let's get into what the differences are. But first, to identify which KICKR you have to first find the little license plate on the KICKR itself. It's normally located on the lower end of the frame, usually below the belt. So this area in there, little triangle piece with the circle, which says Wahoo, the belt runs all through that whole system. You can identify the Wahoo KICKRs by a part number and version number on that white sticker. This is mine, for example. I took a picture of mine. Mine is the part number 120, version 5. So if you look at this, version 120, version 5 is right there above 6. Came out in 2020. I believe I got mine in 2021, end of 2021, beginning of 2022. And here's the serial numbers, so you can cross-check. I also included the KICKR core. So belt maintenance. This is Wahoo's official statement. The belt can be changed on the KICKR version 1 through 3. And I will list this link in the description. It says how to do it step by step. The version 4 through 6 cannot be changed and should not be adjusted. They said if you do that, you will void the warranty on the KICKR. It came directly from Wahoo. So basically, 1, 2, and 3, you can change the belt, adjust the belt. 4, 5, and 6, you don't need to. I did take the cover off of mine and just tested the belt, and it's still, after a year's worth of training, it's still tight. So they do seem to last quite a long while. So an example, here is the version 1 KICKR. Has a carry handle. If you notice, it's more of a sloping bar carry handle. So when you pick it up, it wants to tilt forward on you. That's one quick way to identify the version 1. The power plug is beneath the handle on the underside of the down sloping bar, not on the back of the frame or underneath like the newer ones. And there's no LED lights. Version 2, if you have a version 2, and version 3 are very similar. Version 2 they've gone to a horizontal carry handle, and the top of the bar, where the quick release skewer goes through, is a flat section. Version 3, they've rounded off or cut off the corners of the in front of the carry handle. Version 4 still has the same handle, but the flywheel is recessed. Version 5 now includes a little more electronics, a little more smart to it, RJ11 jack, direct connect port, and it has wider access feet with adjustable cups like most of the others do. And version 6 is like 5, but they've added Wi-Fi status light instead of having ANT Plus on the KICKR. Hardware differences. So if you look at version 1, 2, and 3 are in the yellow. They're virtually pretty similar. They all have a timing belt type. They have 12-pound flywheels, 2 to 3% accuracy. And number 1 is the only model with an actual strain gauge. So that would be a real power meter instead of a algorithmic power meter that all of the other ones use. 4, 5, and 6 are more similar. They've gone to a V-type belt, a 16-pound flywheel, and anywhere from 1 to 2% accuracy. So again, we've discussed what some of them have under the notes. You can go through and read those. Compatibility and feel the differences. Version 1 was their first one. It was the complaints people had. It was very noisy. And they've also added the climber compatibility. That's the new piece that you hook the front forks on, and it goes up and down to simulate the attitude of a grade hill. You're going up or going down. It does have a through axle as a optional adapter kit. Version 2 is a little bit quieter. They worked on quieting the thing up. Its responsiveness is a little bit better than version 1, but it's very similar but quieter. Version 3, they now are climber compatible. They've added the through axle compatibility that's included with the trainer. Same responsiveness as version 2. Version 4, 5, and 6, again, they've made some major changes. It's very quiet. These all 3 are climber compatible. It also includes the same 12 by 142, 12 by 148 through axle. And responsiveness is getting better and better as the trainers get better and better. Summary, after over a year and a half or so, I've been very happy with my Wahoo KICKR. Trouble-free, no maintenance after 1 year of riding. I do wipe it down every once in a while. When I do use my bike, I liberally apply oil to the chain because of the sweat. I used to use wax lube, but what happens is the chain will rust after a few days of riding. So I use a liberal dose of oil and wipe it off and then ride. So there is a little bit of oil spray on the trainer. So I do my own maintenance every couple of days, every couple of rides. I do wipe it down, all of the oil and dog hair off of the trainer. Like I said, I did check the belt. Everything's still tight. So it's a trainer I highly recommend. Very good, high quality trainer. It's there. It always works, plugged in. It's bulletproof so far. But if you want to go one step more, this is highly recommended. This is a new KICKR bike, or it's been out a while, but this thing is, wow, what a trainer this thing is. You have a lot of adjustability, on this trainer. I have a Cervelo R5CA that I have basically copied the geometry. I did not go through the Wahoo app for bike fitting. I just basically copied my Cervelo, all of the stack and reach. I have put in the saddle setback, saddle height, and everything on my Wahoo KICKR bike. And it's just fun to ride. We have a little group on Ruby. We're doing probably around 3 hours every day, up to 60, 70 miles a day training. So it really takes a lot of abuse. Just wipe it down. Really, the maintenance, there's a 4-page maintenance guide you can download from Wahoo's site. Primarily, after every so many months, you want to check the bolts on the all of the bolts and screws and nuts on the trainer, and just wipe it down. I have also added one other thing. I have liberally sprayed WD-40. So you see the support bar that goes through the center of the bottom bracket and down to the bottom of the bike. There's a little tray down in there where all of these tubes get welded together. It acts like a little dish, and it tends to get flooded with sweat. So I'll wipe that out, and I've also every couple of weeks I'll spray WD-40 in there just to keep the rust down on the trainer itself. But other than that, it's been bulletproof, and this is another great trainer to get some good capabilities of doing FTP tests, doing 1-minute drills, 5-minute drills, etc. So again, it'll take the abuse you can give it. Hope you enjoyed it. That was a little presentation for today, and hope that helps identify what trainer you have, what its capabilities are, and helps you ride even better. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video.